What is up, my friends? You are very welcome along to our player ratings video here on Anfield Agenda after Liverpool have gone to Brentford and beaten Thomas Frank's side by 4 goals to 1. A result which will add great confidence to certainly our fan base and hopefully the players as we pursue another Premier League title before Jurgen Klopp departs. I'm going to go through, as I always do, through the players and the manager, giving them a score out of 10, asking you guys to let us know your thoughts in the comment section. Do you agree with my ratings? Do you think differently? We'd love to know your thoughts. If you enjoy the video, drop a like, but most importantly, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Now look, I'm going to be honest, I was nervy going into this game. It's always a tough trip to Brentford, and 12:30 kickoffs, well, they make me nervous as well. But I gotta say, I was really proud of the way the team performed today, even in the face of adversity. Obviously losing Curtis Jones and Diogo Jota and then having to replace Darwin at half-time as well. I thought the lads coped remarkably well, and full credit to Jurgen and the boys. So, before I go through and give you guys my scores, just a little reminder that this video is sponsored proudly by our friends at Fantasy 5. Fantasy 5 is a fantasy league game where you can win up to £5,000 every week, and it's completely free to play. It couldn't be more straightforward. Pick 5 players from the 5 games each week. Each player has an expected points total. For example, this week Haaland has a points total set at 9.5 points, the same as your FPL points. If he exceeds that and you've picked him and you do that right through the 5 games, then you win the jackpot. It is that simple. Players score points based on the same system as FPL, other than the bonus points. If they all score more than their fantasy points target, you win the jackpot. It's that simple. There's already been 4 winners of the jackpot confirmed this season so far, and there are also other prizes every week and month, such as Premier League jerseys, Apple Watches, for people who top the leaderboards on a weekly or monthly basis. And if you don't get all 5 correct, you're still in with a chance to win some of these other incredible prizes. My choices this week, well, I went for Bruno Guimaraes, Ollie Watkins, Son Heung-min, Phil Foden and Ross Barkley, and if they all outperform their points tally, your boy here is going to be £5 better off. So check out this week's fantasy football game. It's closed for the 3 p.m. start for this week, but you can join us for next week. Scan the QR code on the screen or use the link in the description. You must be 18 or over to play, and always gamble responsibly. BeGambleAware.org is there for all of your gambling tools. Right, my friends, I'm going to go through now and start with Mr. Caoimhín Kelleher. Look, it's never great when Alisson isn't available, but I think Caoimhín over the past couple of weeks has really stepped up. This was the game that I was nervous about. I think we'll be fine against Luton, and we know Caoimhín's going to play in the League Cup final as well. So today, look, he conceded a goal, but I don't think he put a foot wrong. So I'm going to give him a score of 8 out of 10. I think he was really unlucky that Tony reacted ahead of one of our defenders for their goal. He made a great save beforehand, and I thought he was calmness personified right throughout the game. Moving on now to the next position, which is Mr. Andy Robertson. Look, he's played better games, but he is also working back after a long time out. The chat wasn't so kind to Robbo today a lot of the time, but I do understand that it's going to take him a while to get back to his sharpness, and we were spoiled a little bit by the great performances of Joe Gomez. But all in all, I'm glad to have Robbo back. I think we look more balanced when we have a left-footed left back, excuse me. And with that in mind, I'm going to give Robbo today a score of 6. It wasn't his best game, but I'm not going to go in on the guy. He was out for a long time, and he will get better. Next up, your captain, Virgil van Dijk. Shall I say the word imperious again? Because he was, as was his centre-back partner alongside him. I still don't like that we're conceding goals, but today, against a team that are very well set up for set pieces, I thought they dealt with them remarkably well, and very easily, in fact. Virgil van Dijk, I thought, was brilliant today. He gets a pre-assist, is that right? For the first goal, where he played the ball forward, Jota headed it back, and Darwin did the rest. But look, I was really impressed today with our centre-back pairing. So Virgil van Dijk gets a score of 8 out of 10. Alongside him returned Ibrahima Konate, who of course served a 1-match suspension against Burnley for his 2 yellows and red card against Arsenal. And look, Jarell Quansah is an able deputy, but our best centre-back pairing is of course Konate and Verge. And like the captain, I thought Konate was brilliant today, and we bossed it. We controlled the game, and we never really looked stressed. So again, much like Virgil van Dijk, I'm going to give Ibu a score of 8 out of 10. Next up, this superhero here, Mr. Connor Bradley. Obviously, our thoughts are with Connor Bradley and his family for the loss of his father, Joe. And it only strengthens my belief in this guy that he came back from such a difficult situation and again did not put a foot wrong. Kid's a superstar. Don't know what else to say. What happens when Trent comes back? I guess we'll find out in the future. But for now, I think you'll agree with me. The position is Conor Bradley's to lose, especially with the game coming up against Luton in the League Cup final. Fingers crossed he continues these great strides forward. We have a real player on our hands. Conor gets a score of 9 out of 10 today. And I think you'll agree, a deserving score. Into midfield, Wataru Endo. We're just living in Wataru's world, let's be honest. He does what he wants when he wants because he's a boss. Got himself a yellow card today and look, just bossed the game in general. He took the yellow card like a champ and I thought him and McAllister were brilliant. So nothing but love for Wataru today. Great to have him back. And I thought the balance looked a lot better with him and McAllister than it did last week. So Wataru gets himself a score of 9 out of 10. He was second in your man of the match poll, by the way. Mohamed Salah won with 39% of the Anfield Agenda audience vote. Moving to Alexis McAllister. Great game. And love the snidiness, love that he was putting himself about. I thought he was really good today. And our midfield just looks to be getting better and better. And if we can strike a balance with Wataru and Alexis both in the team while we're missing Szoboszlai and potentially Jones, good. Well done, Alexis. Great performance. And I'm going to give him a score today of 8 out of 10. Let me know below if you agree or disagree. Curtis Jones, look, no injury update as of yet on Curtis. You did see he was able to walk around the edge of the pitch, so we hope it's nothing too serious. That being said, it's difficult to give him a score when he was going off, obviously with an unwanted injury in the first half, so I'm going to give him a score of 6 because, well, he wasn't in the pitch that long, so I don't really know how to give him a score. Next up, Lucho. That was another great game. I loved Lucho's performance today. I thought I had a bit of everything. Yes, look, he didn't get himself a goal and he can consider himself unlucky, but he did everything else. But brilliant today from Lucho. Loved him taking on defenders. Footwork was there. Work rate was there. Good at holding up possession. Just a good performance from Lucho. So a score of 8 out of 10. And I think thoroughly deserved. But of course, we'd love to know your thoughts. Diogo Jota. Worried for the man because of the impact he's had this season. He's been tremendous and consistency personified, and it was an unlucky injury. McAllister stood in his foot, but that's not what I think caused the injury. It was the landing of Mopé just above his knee, which seemed to put Diogo Jota into a lot of discomfort. Now, he went off on a stretcher, but what I can say to you is TNT Sport did show us a little bit of behind the scenes video, and Diogo was walking. Yes, he was limping, but he was walking, which I'm taking as a good sign, but we don't have a full diagnosis yet, and when we do know, of course, we'll let you know. But his performance, well, it was really good, and a great assist for Darwin. If you haven't seen it yet, you'll enjoy it back later on. I don't know how we even knew he was there, but he did, headed it back into him, and Darwin did the rest. So Jota gets a score of 7 out of 10. Darwin Núñez, Jurgen said he was taken off as a precaution because he felt something, and hopefully it is just a precaution because, let's be honest, we need this kid fit and firing for the League Cup final. Took his goal magnificently today, and look, we got the job done with him off at half time, and we await what the future holds from regards to that niggle. But today, I thought again, showed up, scored, and hopefully will shut a few people up with that amazing finish. So he gets himself a score of 8 out of 10. Next up, Ryan Gravenberch. Honestly, probably wouldn't have made that change when Klopp made it, but Klopp got it right. I would have been wrong. I thought Gravenberch did well when he came on. Didn't set the world on fire, but certainly didn't helped us continue to control the game. And I guess it speaks to the squad depth that we have made these many changes and still put in the performance we did today. So well done to Ryan Gravenberch. Got to give him a score of 7 out of 10 today. Mohamed Salah, your Anfield Agenda man of the match, and again he's just reminding us why he is the king. Came back today for his first game back, obviously came on as a substitute and straight into action with a great assist for Alexis McAllister, and then a very well taken goal himself. So another goal and an assist for the great man, and the records continue to tumble. So welcome back, Mo, and today he gets a score of 9 out of 10. I think you'll agree, thoroughly deserved. Mr. Cody Gakpo, delighted that he got a goal. Delighted that will give him a bit of confidence. Played very well when he came on. I know he's been under a little bit of pressure from some of the fans, but if he keeps chipping in with goals like that, no harm to him. And so well done, Cody Gakpo, and Does he start perhaps on Wednesday against Luton? I think he probably does. And he gets a score today of 8 out of 10 from Anfield Agenda. Mr. Harvey Elliott, whom I probably would have brought on instead of Gravenberch because of the impact he had last week, Elliott, when he came on. But when he did come on today, didn't have that much involvement in the game, in all honesty, so I'm going to be reflective of that and give him a score of 7. But you all know my belief in Harvey Elliott, and look, the game was won by that point today. Joe Gomez, again, hard to give a score, came on right at the end, just more or less to give Conor Bradley a breather, and I guess make sure Jurgen didn't have another injury concern ahead of Wednesday. Fully deserving of any opportunities he gets this season, because whenever Joe steps in, he never lets us down. But today, look, he wasn't on the pitch for long, so I'm going to give him a score of 7. And last, but by no means least, our manager, who I think deserves extra praise today. Every bit of adversity was thrown at him, and he still found a way, along with Pep Linders and Kravitz and the rest of the recruitment team. He must be cursing the amount of injuries we have, but after the defeat to Arsenal, we've bounced back with 2 league victories in a row, and Brentford's not an easy place to go and get a win, but we did it with ease today. So Jurgen gets a score of 9 out of 10. And that is the end of our Anfield Agenda player ratings video. So now I've had my say. It's over to you guys to let us know your thoughts. Do you agree? Do you disagree? And of course, don't forget to check out Fantasy 5 by scanning the QR code on the screen or using the link in the description. Thank you to them for sponsoring us today, and for you guys, of course, for watching. Keep an eye out for the social media reaction video, which is going to be coming up soon. And I will hopefully see you back here tonight at 8:30 for a bit more gloating on another great result for the Reds. Talk to you soon, my friends. Bye-bye.